Hey folks, hope we're all doing well. So this is going to be the second part on making a not so dog shit base tutorial. Where I guess ideally today that I'm going to finish up this inner core and I'm going to do these Mind Chat regens all the way up, and then I'll talk about the layout of the regens as well. So in the last episode we left off with doing the bottom caked rev layers to stop you getting cheesed by rev hybrids, rev nukes, that sort of things. And then we did another rev layer cake here, followed by what will be our F home with another rev layer cake on top. So in this episode, we're going to talk about probably the eco that we want to put in, um, I guess, which is going to be Cactus. And then we will do our spawner boxes right at the very, very top as well. So I guess I'll just carry on from last episode, which will be adding in another layer here. And of course, we got our rev layer cake here, so we don't really need any more rev layers above this. And we're going to do 2 cactus farms in a um, pretty large area. So the majority of the rest of the base now is going to be filled up with cactus farms. So set obsidian. And now, just as a rough estimate, so I'm at Y46 here. So of course, world height goes up to Y320, and then you've got the 64 negative numbers there. So 46, so we've got about 280 odd blocks to work with. So in that area, I think we'll do we do two 80 tall cactus farms and 2 more rev layer cakes, which are about 20 blocks tall. Um, that should take us to about 40 blocks left for the smaller boxes, which should be pretty good. So I'm just going to stack this obsidian here up. So this is going to be our first cactus farm. So we'll stack this stack 80 up. And I'll do the same on this side here. This is just going to be absolute fuck ton of room for a large cactus farm. Perfect. So nice and simple. I'm not actually going to build the cactus in this. So I really don't want to go through the pain of doing that. There's no chunk collectors or anything either. So um, I'm going to leave the cactus out. But what I will do is I will also put in this water layer here. Set that to air, and then I'm just going to put in another water layer. I want to do it 1 block out. Use the sand trick to just generate in all the water. Nice and easy. The reason why I am breaking this cactus farm up here into 2 separate parts as well is just to limit damage if you do get breached. So if they break into 1 cactus farm, they won't be into the other one for free as well. So that's why I'm opting for 2 here with another rev layer cake in the middle. There's no base is unbreachable. No matter all the crappy YouTube thumbnails you see, every single base that's ever made can get breached. It's just the matter of time that it takes to breach said base. So I'm just going to copy this layer cake here, and I'll just be pasting it at the very, very top of this cactus farm here. So hopefully this lines up properly, which it does. Perfect. Sweet. And then I'll do the sand trick here as well. Again, the reason why I'm not doing like connected floors like that is I just don't want to get dry revved all the way up through the side of the base. So if a cannon stacked, say, 20 or something, and it got here, and then you like dry revved up the wall, it wouldn't get into the top boxes. So that's why I'm putting in those, I guess, segmented floors like that. Perfect. So that's our second rev layer cake. And then we'll do our second cactus farm as well, which I'm just going to copy up, just to keep things nice and easy. Which is there, and I'm just going to copy it from this corner here. And I will paste it right here. Bang, dead on. Sweet. So at the very, very top there, and we got that much room there for another rev layer cake and spawner boxes, which is absolutely plenty. So again, we'll just set this whole area here to sand. So we can do one final layer cake here, and then we'll do our spawner boxes at the very, very top of the base. I want to copy it from the bottom just so it's easier for me to see where it's going. Well. Paste out there. No, one down. Paste out there. Sweet. So that's our final layer cake there. And then we don't need any layers on the roof. Because we're going to have our spawners as high up as we can make them. So we don't need to worry about roof layers or anything. That and all the blocks on complex are unbreakable, and TNT despawns are at height limit, because Keon and I abused that when they didn't have it set like that. So now no one can get rated like at sky limit or above sky limit. And at this point here, the very, very top, this is just going to be our final set of value boxes. Obsidian, and then I'll just stack these sides all the way up. I'll show you how to stop your boxes from getting like completely obliterated as well. I'm not going to do the water at the very, very top here first, because I want to do the boxes on the inside, and then I want to actually build up these regens as well this episode. So I'm going to leave the water out at the top there. There we go. Set air, and then speed 10. Sweet. So you can see we got 4 separate rev layer cakes in there, 2 cactus farms, and F-home, and our spawner boxes, which is pretty nice. So now at the very, very top here, another thing you can do is you can always put in more rev layers if you feel the need. For this episode here though, I'm just going to leave it as is. So in order to prevent like multiple of your boxes getting hit by the same cannon, at least easily, we're going to want to have the boxes spaced away from the corner. So pretty much everything about a base is just, of course, like nothing's unrateable. So everything about every base that you make is just to make it as time consuming as possible to raid. So what we'll do is every 2 blocks away from the base wall, like that, we're going to have a box there. And now it's a matter of deciding how many boxes you want and sort of the size of the boxes. So what I might do here is actually I'll have them just off the chunk border like this, and then I'll continue them across like that. Now you never want a 1 block gap on the Y, not the Y axis, like the X or Z axis with your boxes. So you don't want something like that. This is bad. And the reason why this is bad is because people that have a clue will aim for this spot here. And if they start backstacking along this wall, they could hit the side of the box on the right and the box of the left, doing that. And of course, you never want your boxes in line like this either, because you can shoot through this box and then shoot through this box. So what you want to do is have at least a 2 block gap like that. So I'm just going to use this area here. I'm just going to build it inside this chunk border, and then I'll replicate that on the last one as well. So this is going to be box 2. So you can see now at this point here, they can choose to hit this box, or they can choose to hit this box. It's very, very difficult without like some crazy cannon to hit both those boxes on the same y-axis. Like you need a pretty much lefty to hit both those boxes there. You can't even send a stack. I'll explain what center stacking is later when we do start on the regens and how to stop center stacking. But yeah. Anyway, so it'll be 3 fairly large value boxes like this. Actually, not quite sure why I'm building the slime box. I sort of did this as a template, but I could do like obsidian as a template as well, and it wouldn't really matter. Now, these are going to be like your 3 main value boxes. So if you have something that you don't care as much about, you can either put it in the F home at the very, very bottom, or you can put them in the corners here. Just know if they shoot for the value box, say that one there, they can shoot through whatever value put in here. Same goes for here. So you can see if you draw like lines on them, um, the the lines will not hit 2 boxes. They'll only hit 1 box. So if we draw a line from there to there, it's only going to hit that box. There to there, it's that box. There to there, it's that box, and same for the other side as well. So that's why we line up our boxes like this in a diagonal arrangement. So I'll just set all of these to obsidian, and then I'll stack these down maybe 20 blocks. Place slime block obsidian, stack 20 down. Perfect. Actually, I'll make it 30. Because they changed the height limit of the spawners on complex, so I'll give you a bit more room to work with there. So at this point, we can pretty much seal off the roof. So because the top blocks are buildable, you could put roof art here if you wanted to. I did a QR code, one map linking. It was a YouTube video. I think it was that old Vietnam War era song, "Napalm Sticks to Kids." So I had that on one of my roofs, that map, or you can just do some generic roof art. But QR codes do work on a roof, and you can scan those QR codes. So we'll make that known. Anyway, we'll set this to obsidian now. I'm just going to completely forego roof art because it's pointless to this video. And of course, I'm just going to seal in the bottom of these boxes as well. Now, I'm not 100% sure how PC Complex gets using lava, like in your core. I think it should be fine, and I would personally opt for lava than water. But if Complex are pissy about it, again, I don't know 100%. Water will work as well, but you want to make sure that these boxes are covered in something, because again, while they won't be able to stack on the side of 2 boxes simultaneously, what they can do is basically have their cannon air burst, so they can backstack an air burst here, and then they can backstack an air burst here. So you always want the sides of these covered in a liquid. So I'll just lava these little guys up. Just like that. And then we'll do the second one. You should see all the lava's just going to pop out 2 blocks as well. You don't really want a 1 block gap because I'm not 100% sure if it still works, but if you had a cannon set right, you could like, I guess it depends on the server's like obsidian breaker jar. But if you had like a 1 block gap, I won't actually let that one flow properly just to show you what I mean. If you have like a 1 block gap here, some servers you can actually just fire TNT here, have it explode in the air, and then it won't the lava actually won't protect the obsidian. So as a force of habit, you should always try and make sure it is 2 across. It doesn't really matter on the corner of your base, but especially for like the inner boxes, make sure you do that. Anyway, so that's all of our boxes here lavaed. Another thing that I will note is you should always lava the bottom as well. So should I do that? kind of being a bit lazy, but I'll do it anyway. It's like a nice pattern. Like if you know, like if you play chess, it's like a horse's move for like optimal lava coverage. Or a knight, whatever. Just like that. Now you do need to do that corner as well. Then bang, 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 and then bang. And okay, I did get that spot. And then bang, bang. Oh, I've already cocked this one up, whatever. Or, of course, you can always just do it like this as well. And just make 100% sure you hit everything. You can also do it in lines as well. There's like no real correct way to do this. Just as long as you don't have any air gaps, then you're just completely fine. And I don't really see any. Mind you, I can't really see anything under that either. For this one here, I'm just going to set it to lava. Problem solved. And I'll do the same with this one here too. Done. Boom. Then I'll just break my way out. So there we go. So that's our 3 value boxes there. Of course, you don't need that massive air gap at the bottom. But you can always put like member boxes down there or something, member boxes up the side, things that don't matter as much as the spawners. Just make sure you never line up like high value spawners like that. So there we go. That's pretty much the core of the base done. We got 2 cactus farms, our F home, and our value boxes at the very, very top there. So at this point here, what I'll do is I'm going to stack these regens up to sky limit, and I'm going to show you how to set up and do these regens properly. So it's just going to be this back section here that I want to stack up first. Now I'll probably just end up doing this just to stop the, okay, so it's water flowing underneath the base as well. Cool. So I'll stack all of these up. That's so satisfying watching all like the water flow on it when you have it, or when you first update it. I've well done it. Alright, so I'll just stack all this cobblestone up here. What I'll do first is I'll just go replace water, air, stack 384 up, and then I'll do the same here. Stack 384 up. Same on this one. Stack 384 up. And then I'll finally do the same here. Now I can just go all the way to the top and I can just start plotting out. Actually, what I might do is I might just do the other bit as well. No, I'll leave this as is. This is fine. So at the top here, basically, we're going to be replicating the pattern at the bottom. So if we do something like this, for actually doing it in the server, I just do a line of blocks like this here. And there we go. So now you just add in the extra bit of cobblestone on the end of these regens here. And now we just want to do that extra 2 blocks at the front as well. And that's going to be for our non-sourced lava. You can source that lava as well. I personally prefer having it non-sourced. Doesn't matter too much. Basically, all you're doing is preventing water pushing from going in the back of the regen there. You just need to make sure you have those pillars there. Oh, you need to make sure you have those pillars there if you're not doing gen buckets. If you are doing gen buckets, you don't need those pillars. But if you aren't doing gen buckets, then you want those pillars. It depends on the server you're playing on. that looks pretty good. So that's our first set of regens there. So at this point, what I'll do is I'm just going to copy up these bottom bits. Why did I miss this spot? Don't know. So the easiest way to do this is going to be just copying this entire bottom section here. I know it's going to copy the water there, and the most important thing there is to not update the water, because then I'll just be filling the entire core of the base with I'll be filling the entire core of the base with water, effectively. You'll see in a second what I mean. Yep. So at this point, I'm just going to go across the top and just replace all the water with air. Don't update the water, because then it'll make an absolute mess. Replace water, air. There we go, perfect. Now I can just set the top back to obsidian. Perfect. All right, so that's our full set of regens at the very, very top here. Those are all done. I can't really see anything wrong with them. They're all nice and not shit. So that's good. At this point here, again, depending on the server you're playing on, if you're playing on a server where it doesn't have lava gen buckets, you need to do those columns up all the way to the top. If you're playing on a server where you do have lava gen buckets, you can skip that bit. And basically what we're going to do at this point here is we are just going to stack this entire section. Actually, it might even be easier to do it from the bottom. If you got lava gen buckets, you can just gen them in like here. And as long as you do the water right, it's all going to gen in normally. So I'll show you how to do the water as well in a second. But for the time being, what I want to do here. No. It's a bit annoying on crystal, because I'd usually stack them from the bottom up. But in this case here, what I think I'll do is I'm going to do the water first. So we want to make sure we do water these properly. If you are like doing this on a server where you can break the blocks sky limit, on the top of your base, you want to place the water basically in line with these indents all the way along. Like that. And the reason for that is if you place water here, it's going to try and like flow into that block there and that block there. And because water flows faster than lava, it's just going to form obsidian in those two blocks there. So that's why you do that. Now for the corner here, what you can do is you can just place a block there, and then that forces it to spread out like so. Then we'll continue along. Anyway, so that is that section completely done there. So we'll do I do the outside section first? I'll skip the outside section. Oh, yeah, we can do the outside section. The inside section here, this is quite difficult to do. If you're new to doing regens, getting the water correct in this area can often be quite painful. So I'm going to leave this section for the time being, and I'm just going to put in, I guess, our first outer wall, which is going to run along here. And this is just going to wrap all the way around these regens, and it's just so we've got something nice to place water on. We can do the water around the outside now, and thankfully this water is quite easy as well. You just want to place that water flowing into that indent there. Again, you don't want to do the water directly against the regen, because you will fall into that issue there of it forming obsidian in your regen, which you do not want. But around the edge here, and in a spot like this where you want water in that corner there, there's a couple of ways you can do it. What I would do is just to make it symmetrical and to make it look pretty, I just place water there, and then that fixes that spot there. Rest of it you can just go around like this. Again, run into this issue on the corner. This one's a bit different from that one because we've actually got two regen spots. So in this one here, we want to get water here, and we don't want them to be sourced. So I just place a bucket there. And then that is perfect. that's in the wrong spot. If you do get a bit of water leaking in a spot where you don't want it to, it's going to take ages to go all the way to the bottom. In this case here, I'm just going to set it to air. But if you do have something like that happen, keep an eye on it, and I just wouldn't do that area. Set air. Shit. Oh no, come on. Where is it? It's 2 blocks off there. Nailed it. Perfect. But yeah, on the live server, if you do get water there in a spot that you don't want, you just basically need to let it flow all the way down to the bottom. Would be the advice that I would give. And actually, this corner here, just thinking on it, I could just change this corner very, very quickly, I think. Wait, can I? No, I can't. Never mind. That's the regen. Ignore that. Ignore what I just said. But we'll just continue these around the edge. Again, this is another spot where we want water to touch that middle block there that we don't have. So I'll just place and break those blocks there. Sweet. So that's our outer wall and our inner wall both watered. And now we get to deal with the awkward position of trying to water in the middle here. So you'll notice that you don't want, I'll just use some red wool to show you what I mean. You don't want source water there, 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 there. And now you can see that there is a spot where you can put your source water to make it safe. Now that means it's not going to flow into that block there. So we'll need to do something to basically force the water to flow into that block there. And to do this nicely, oh god, this is going to be painful. I haven't made a base for a good couple of seasons now, and this is actually giving me a bit of PTSD. But that's okay. We'll soldier on. So what I'll do is I'm just going to place wool there, water there. Alright, so what we'll do first is we're just going to go around the side of this base here, place like a destructible block in the actual server. I'd do a slime block, and then we'll just go like this all the way around. Alright, so again we get like this corner situation here. In this case here, just because I guess the paths of the water diverge a little bit, we can just do 2 separate things here. I won't do it now, I'll do these corners last, I'll just get the rest of this water in for the time being. But after that, we can fix that up. Okay, so that's the water all done in this area now. So I'll show you the quickest way to quickly spread the water into this block here. And it's just going to be going underneath. 1, 2, 3, 3. And then we're all done. So I'm just going to quickly neaten up the corners now. So this one we've got 3 spots to deal with. So I'll put some water there, and then probably some water there as well. I'll go like so. Just going to do the inside face first. This one we've got 2 spots where we want water. It's about there. This one, 3 spots again. So we'll go 1 there. Actually, I want to do this spot as well. So let's put some water in there. And then I'll carry that over to that spot there. Perfect. And where are we? So we want 1 there, and then 1 there. And I didn't do this one either, so I'll do this one as well in the corner. And of course I'll carry across this water. Like that. And then at the very, very back here, we want to just be placing water basically where those orange blocks are. We can manipulate that water there to do that corner. And then it'll look something like that. So I'm just going to place some cobblestone underneath those red wool blocks there. Place that. Break all those, and then of course I can just manipulate this water in the corner. Done like that. That's all the backs watered. This one here, we just want the water touching. I need to do this as well. That one there. Cover the water across on the back, and then we just want to place water there. That'll cover the back. And this one here, we just need water there. So just put some blocks onto those. Break. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. All right. And this corner here now, we want red wool here. Here we'll manipulate that corner again, and then there. So I'll just quickly do all that. 5, 6, like that. Break those blocks, and then we can just fill in the corner like so. Perfect. And that should be. Never mind. Manipulate the water across into that one. Done. And then just got 2 spots. So something like that, probably 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, and then boom, we're done. So that's all the water properly done for this area in here. We got no source blocks touching the cobblestone, and everything is watered properly. So we are happy about that. And now, of course, we need to do the inner row in here too. So actually, what we can do as well, just quickly before I do that, I'm just going to check down at the very, very bottom, and you should see the water all flows nicely around those regens there, which it does. So I'm happy with that. This one here is still falling down, and the rest of those look good though. Sweet. And just go back up to the top, and then I'll start on this inner row in here. Perfect. So that's all our lava done. So what I'll show you first is what it should look like on a server that isn't complex. So if we don't have lava gen buckets, you have this framework here to start placing lava on. So as long as I build this right, which I trust that I have, if I swim up there, you can see all that lava is just genning in the rest of the pillar. That's all working wonderfully fine. So now you need to basically go up the entirety of your base, doing that all the way up. So it's pretty painful. But for the case of complex, if you place a lava gen bucket, it's going to gen lava all the way down, and it's going to automatically regen in all the cobblestone, which will save you a bit of money and a bit of time. Oh god. So in this case here, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stack up this section here. Say we've got it on, or we're playing on complex, so I'm just going to fill in all of that there. I'm going to take a world-edit selection from that cobblestone there up to this here. Actually, I want to do this one, and I actually kind of want to do this one too. Just going to fill that in with lava. I right-clicked it, so I should go stack 384 up. Oh, come on. Stack 384 up. And we're just going to go to the very, very top of the base and just confirm that this looks good. So you can see we got this indent here as well. We don't have any water flowing into that. And that's what it should look like in like the very, very first stage of your mud jets. And that needs to go all the way down as well. I'm not going to weld it that down because I don't want that to go through the revs. Set cobblestone. And we'll just do the identical thing with the rest of the regens here. If you're on complex and using lava gen buckets, you simply place it in at the top instead of the bottom, and it's gonna, oops, I guess that's another advantage. If you do misplace lava with the setup, it'll just instantly form into obsidian. So I got that block selected there. I'll select that block, stack 384 up. Next one as well, exactly the same thing. Copy that one. The reason why I'm not copying that block there is I don't want to stack the water up. It won't matter, but just a force of habit that you should get into, just avoiding stacking the liquids up. That's a missing block there. Fuck. I forgot what block I selected. So I select that one there, and then on this side here, I'm just going to right click that one, stack 384 up. Okay, perfect. And I'll do the same here, 384 up, and then that one there too, stack 384 up. Fill in the rest of these. These blocks. Then stack 384 up. Perfect. And then hopefully this block as well. Stack 384 up. Alright, so that's our first of 3 regens done. Again, if you're on complex, just place the lava gen bucket in these holes at the top here, and it's going to gen the entire thing. So what we can do now is we can start whacking our regens, make sure that they all regen properly. If we've done it right, the entire regen should, including at sky limit. This is going to be the important one, just making sure the water doesn't flow into the regen and doesn't turn into obsidian. Perfect. So we know that all works good now, so we can just go along and do the second set too. This one will be a bit more annoying because we don't really have the backboard there, but I think I'm just going to take a gamble with the water flow and stack it up regardless. Please don't look ugly at the top. Have to see with the water. Don't like it, but cool. Yeah, that's annoying. That's really quite annoying to be honest. But to be honest, just because you won't be using welded it, those are just going to be flowing water. So I'm just going to ignore that for the time being. If you've done it properly on the server, that's all going to be flowing water. But because I'm doing this, I could just slash undo, to be honest. Yeah. I need to do that separately. Now, if I set water there, then it's going to break it at the top. Oh, it's annoying. I suppose what... Oh, there's no nice way to do this, unfortunately. I could do it one below. That looks... Oh, conflicted. Really conflicted. Could do it from the top, but it'll look shit if I do it from the top. I don't want to leave it with the backs open because that'll look shit as well. Yeah. Okay. Cool. This is one of the dumbest issues I've run into. I suppose what I could do is I could just do this entire side like this, go all the way around, and then stack it up so it goes one below, build height. to like here. I'll do these blocks as well, actually. And then I'm just going to take this nice big selection here. So I'll take that block there, and I'll just go all the way over here. And then take that one there, I guess. And I'll just chuck. God, I'm an idiot. Why did I do that? Alright, wait, this one here as well. And then select just one away from there. Should one here. Yeah, I think that one's okay. Oh, but then I'm stacking up the front as well. Okay. I never knew I'd get pissed off this much by regens, but what I'll do is I'm just gonna go stack maybe 330 up. Stack 330 up. No, that's not enough. Stack 350 up. Okay, 350. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's try 355 up. 356 it is. Alright, perfect. And we don't fuck up the water at the top, but we don't get that. Okay, that's okay. We'll do that all the way around. And then just fill in the lava once we're done. It's going to go all the way to the top now and just have a look and see how it's going. I think that should be all good. I think I got everything, which I did. Sweet. So at the top here now, basically any air gap, except for like those corners there, of course, you want to just fill in with lava. In this case here, I'm just going to select that. Oh, I can't really do that actually because I want this lava to flow. Basically, you've got two options with the Mineshaft regens here. You can either have this be source lava at the front, or you can just have it flowing lava. They both basically do the same thing. Source lava is a bit more expensive, but you could also like end up with a bit more cobble monstering. It's down to personal preference for the most part, but I personally enjoy normal flowing lava. So in my case, I just place it like that. And we're done. Oh god. All right. So you can see at the very, very front here now, the lava's flowing nicely down all those channels. That will be going all the way around. And provided we've done it right, we'll get absolutely zero copper monsters now at this point as well, because there should be no water flowing into that there. 6 slash X-ray works. Oh, look at that. Okay, yep. So you can see nothing really. You can see those are regens, but you can't really see into the base. I want to have like a good look into the base there. Might be easier, in fact, if I just go down here and then we do slash X-ray. Yeah, there we go. So you can see we got those regens all the way down the bottom there. We've got 3 rows, they're all offset. See our rev layer cakes there. You can actually see the lava flowing down simultaneously as well. Pretty neat actually, but that doesn't interrupt X-ray. But yeah, it'll just be a little bit harder to see inside the base now. Anyway, I'll pop on the outside and I'll show you how we're looking for the end of episode 2. Alright, so this is what we've got at the moment. So we've got 3 offset mine charts, we've got all the water flowing properly. Everything around the edge is watered. Why is there water there and not there? I don't know, don't really know, to be completely honest. That's okay though. Everything's watered properly. This should all regen. And you should see by griefing everything at the top here, we don't get any water flowing into the regens, no matter how much we break it. That is exactly what we want. Because if you break the top blocks and you've done the water wrong, you're going to have water flowing into the regens and it's just going to start absolutely breaking shit. But in this case here, we've done it all correctly, so we don't have any water flowing back into the regens there, which is exactly what I want. So the next episode, I'll probably jump to the outside of the base and do the very, very first chunk of walls, which includes the checkbox. So I'll do the checkbox, maybe a patch ocean, and then we'll talk about the actual regen composition that we want in whatever we have left. So we'll probably have, we got 5 chunks of regens and 11 chunks total left. So probably 2 of those are for patching, and then we're going to do a mix of filters, pilters, and like normal non-regen pillars, and I'll sort of explain to you the advantage of using normal pillars instead of full walls. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. I'll probably edit this one a bit more because it's like 2 hours long or something of just doing water. But yeah, I'll catch you all in the next one.